to Australia for the NUIN program. When I heard I was accepted into the program, I was confused because I had no idea what it was. But after discovering it was a study abroad program, I got really excited. I mean, I always wanted to do a semester abroad, but not my very first semester of college ever. This made me hesitant because it was a lot of new things at once. All new people, all new college experience, all new country. It was overwhelming. With the support of my friends and family though, I set aside my fears and got on a 15-hour flight from Los Angeles to Melbourne, Australia. I had two expectations for Australia. One, that everyone would be a surfer and fit that whole stereotype. Two, that all animals would try to kill me. My first expectation was wrong. As for my second expectation, well, I'm still alive, for now. Since our campus was so close to the train station, I was able to visit the city the first night, and I loved it. I loved how the new mixed with the old. I loved the buildings, the lights, the art. Being here made me so excited to live in Boston. And when I was exploring, I met some awesome people who I am proud to call my best friends. I also met some friends at our very first excursion, a trip to Healesville Sanctuary. I used to think that a zoo was a zoo, had all the same animals, all the same things. Once again, I was wrong. This was the first time I was able to see, in person, koalas in trees, wallabies, which I didn't even know existed, Tasmanian devils, which looked possessed, and yes, of course, even kangaroos. Being the first excursion, this was a nice welcoming into life in Australia, because we were immediately shown things that were distinct and unique to the country. Arriving back to our apartments after seeing all these unique animals, I was even persuaded into eating one of them, kangaroo. Okay, maybe that's insensitive, but hey, it was delicious. Some of the other excursions that submersed us into the Australian culture included a surfing trip to Turkey, where, despite what this picture shows, I spent a lot more time falling than standing. It also includes trips to some of the most scenic sites I've ever been to in my life. Trust me though, when I say this program wasn't all fun and games. With weekly assignments due for programming, chemistry, and microeconomics, I had to do some serious time management if I wanted to keep my grades up. When it came time for midterms though, my mom and dad are proud for me to say I did well and passed all my exams. In addition to studying abroad, a big component of the NUIN program is service learning, where students volunteer for various charities. The organization my global experience class volunteered for was FareShare, which works towards fighting against hunger in Australia by making meals for families in need. My class raised money for charity to help cover some of their operating costs, helping raise over $1,300. We did this by running a couple of events. It was so amazing to have all of our friends participate in these events and help out. Once we raised money, we also came into FareShare's main kitchen and helped prepare, bake, and package hundreds of meals. Working with FareShare helped me realize that the fight against hunger isn't a local problem, it's a global one. With over 1 million people in Australia living below the poverty line, many single parents struggle to put food on the plate for their children. While we weren't able to work directly with those families, it was great to work with an organization that does. Looking back on this study abroad program as a whole, I couldn't be happier that I chose Northeastern University as my college and Australia as my NUIN site location. I met so many new people, and I know it's cliche to say, but these are the friendships I will value and hold on to for years. This experience taught me how to break out of the ordinary. I learned how to deal with being thrown into a culture that I'm not familiar with, and I embraced it. As was the goal for Northeastern University, I learned how to be a global citizen, and I look forward to applying my experiences here in Melbourne to life back in the States. And while I've had more than enough periods of homesickness, I know I'm going to miss my home away from home and look forward to any opportunity I get to coming back.
Ain't nothing please me more than you.